How's everyone feeling? We got a Scorpio full moon coming up, okay? Tomorrow. We are in the throes of it. And it's intense. It's very intense energy, but there is great potential for breakthrough with this full moon. I know we say this a lot, but like for real. If you're on the path and it's time, you're being initiated right now, like myself. This whole eye injury, like all the downloads I've got, you know, is... I mean, my eye got fully sliced open and my iris came out of my eye. There's clearly something spiritual to say about that. It's initiation time. So this Scorpio full moon, the moon is going to be at 22 degrees of Scorpio and the sun will be at 22 degrees of Taurus, very close to Uranus, which is the Great Awakener, breakthroughs, sudden insights, downloads, opportunities, unexpected changes. It's like the Tower card. If you know, you know. Oh, shoot. Y'all, I can't see you, though. You know, I'm blind in one eye now, so, you know, things aren't as simple. But that's all right. I'm going to pull some cards for peeps. I really would like to read you guys the 22 degrees for Taurus and Scorpio because I do believe it has such a great connection to this moon. I think it's very important. So I'll do that at the end if you're interested in hearing, I believe. This full moon is digging up deep, something deep, okay? It's been ongoing. Like I said earlier, I feel like there is some connection, at least for me, but I feel collectively, to the Scorpio Taurus eclipses that started in 2021 or that were going on in 2021. Definitely like April, like November for sure. It feels like this is the closure to that if you're stepping up to take the path. This is really releasing whatever is holding you back because some people have shifted to a new life. I have a new life overnight. I lost my vision in this eye for now, and you know, we'll see what I can get with the corrective lens hopefully a year from now when I get these stitches, these nylon stitches in my eye for over 6 months. My whole life is different. I can't be the only one going through that. You must be too. And this full moon is like calling in the people who are here to do the work that are being called to help elevate everyone else. And that includes sacrifice of releasing people, places, and things that are not aligned anymore. And going after what you truly want with stability, with this like sun, excuse me, this sun, excuse me, now I have to burp. I do apologize. Purging. You might be purging. That's clearly a sign. I actually still feel it. So a lot of you are purging things, okay? That's funny. And it's time to release it because you've outgrown it. But what I was trying to say was this Taurus sun with Uranus is also about stability and practical planning and reaping rewards for the things that you do that you love. Finally. I mean, some people may have been working at something for a long time and now you're finally going to get this like stability or this new breakthrough. Okay, that's what this is giving. It's at this very karmic degree, 22 degrees, which is a Capricorn degree. You know, this is Saturnian in a way because of that. Like, this is about structure, restriction, and discipline. And soon Saturn is about to switch signs into Aries. It's been in Pisces for the last 2.5 years. This is a big deal. You will feel this. Trust me. I don't care if you have a planet or point there. We all will feel this greatly. And we will see it unfold in the limelight of the, you know, the world. What happens, especially with Jupiter going into, Uranus going into Gemini, as it has been said many times, that's where all the wars have, in history, have begun. So, you know, not to fearmonger. We're good. Stay inside yourself, okay? We're good. We're protected here. We're protected here. You have to trust in that. A lot of people are probably getting breakthroughs in intuition, gut feelings, and it's time to listen. Things you've been waiting on, things that you've been looking outside yourself for that are not correct, that are self-sabotaging, it's time. You're ready to move past that. You're ready to look forward and cut off the past. I feel that strongly. Like, I just said, like, I'm going to hold a funeral for Lauren. I'm going by Rose now. My middle name, my grandmother's name, my great-grandmother's name. Like, Lauren's still my name, you know what I mean? But Rose, like, I have been trying to shift out of that. And so I'm going to hold a funeral for Lauren tomorrow because, yeah, like, old life is bye-bye now. And if you're a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, you're definitely feeling this, but I'm sure everyone's feeling it. It's tied to lineage. It's tied to this new life, but are you stepping up? Because if you're not feeling this energy right now in some capacity, whether it be amazing breakthrough, like good, or really difficult, then you're probably numbing yourself out because it's a lot to handle and you're trying to escape it and you're not doing the work. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to be real, like partying too much and stuff. But I also believe this is a time, like I said, of covens, because it's been happening to me. I've been finally finding my coven, which is like huge, like my tribe, you know, but for the witches, the coven, you know. Yeah, look at this. The Tower, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. We're being called to just go with the flow and trust our intuition to like the max nth degree right now. Because this is all just about to unfold and things are going to go. Once they start going, it's going to be rapid. It's going to be rapid, okay? So stand into your power. We're overcoming, yeah, we're overcoming these like mental prisons. Like we're like, that shit doesn't matter. After my eye got cut, you know, like the anxiety that's ruled my entire life, none of that shit matters. Like I just lost my eye. You know what matters is my life, me, express, like love, you know what I mean? Family, and whatever that family is that you create, you know, or within yourself even. Yeah, we're stepping into this new abundance, new happiness. Yes, we're tired. Yes, we are ready to let go and let this like old life of just like grief and sorrow and difficulty and pain and trauma after trauma. Like we're ready to let it go. We're ready to be reborn. This Scorpio full moon is all about transformation because Scorpio, that's all it is ruled by Pluto. That's why I have the death card as a Scorpio rising. Like, you know, I know you're feeling it. You're being called to do the work right now because I know I am. I have one eye and I'm out here doing the work, but I hear and I'm going to show up because there's many other people ready to come in, to live freer, to ascend from like the darkness of what is actually going on in the reality in this like 3D plane. Because we can't hold it all. There's so much math that is not mathing that I just like have to dissociate. Like that does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And like, I could go on a little mini rant here, but okay, a tiny one. But like, I have a chemistry background and like sciences. So I was black and white. And I just got this like vintage book from the 70s that's teaching about astrology. And because when I realized that astronomy was not connected to astrology and like NASA was launching people up into space without looking at astrology first, and that people's lives could have been saved by simply looking into the energies of the planets and how they were aligned in the sky at the time that they launched people into people could have been saved. However, this was, Spirit has told me as I've gotten angry about it, this is a part of a lesson that we have to learn. But a long time ago, we got disconnected. But astronomy actually was one of 4 branches of astrology. I was also reflecting on this last night. There was an image that showed up on my TV and it's all the constellations, which I have seen hiking in Patagonia. I remember I cried like a baby. I had never really been camping. And when you look at the stars, when there's no cloud, there's nothing, no pollution, no clouds, it literally made me instantly start crying. You just see galaxies everywhere. There's millions of stars. I was seeing so many shooting stars just on a regular, but we don't see that. But you understand that back in the day, that's what they had. You're mesmerized by it. Of course they lived by it and learned to tap in to what's going on with the energies. We are not just it. So anyways, back to what I have to say, because now it's too long. This is what we're going into. People, you got to go within. You got to hermit yourself. I was just about to get back out. Hermit mode again after like 3 years of hermiting. We got to go within. We have the answers within. We all have the abilities to tap in to this collective consciousness that I'm tapping into right now. Your higher self, my higher self, we're all one here. We're all one here. Okay? For anyone who wants to hear, I think I will read the 22 degrees because I have been having all these downloads about the master number 22 because it is a master number. It's a big deal in astrology. It's also known as like the degree of death. Not to scare anyone. I'm really not. That's not what we're talking about right now. But this vintage book I was giving about the degrees. Oh my God. So I want to read two things to you. So the Scorpio 22. Okay, so this is telling us a little bit about the energies that this moon is bringing to us. Okay? So 22 degrees of Scorpio, which this is happening tomorrow at 12:10 p.m. afternoon Central Time. Full moon, okay? This is your release point. Go have a funeral for your old self or whatever you want. Do something to honor yourself. And cut away anything that's distracting you from your highest good. This is your moment. 22 degrees Scorpio. This degree seems to completely scatter the vast energy of the Scorpio nature. There is very little control shown. The native is usually restless, impulsive, ignorant of danger, and responds with cowardice when faced with the consequences of his impulsive behavior. There is an attachment to home from the Cancer influence this descends. So, yes, like I said, some people are making changes in their family lineage. Like, this is family karma work, soul work that we're talking about here. This is what Scorpio is here to do as well. Like, my entire the Pluto Scorpio generation, which is like 84 to 93 maybe or something, we came here to change shit up, especially with our lineage. We're here to close out this karma, this family karma. 22 degrees of Taurus. So that sounded a little grim, but we're coming through this. We're phoenixing. That's the dark side of it, the people who aren't ready to do the work. This is what we got with the 22 degrees Taurus, which is where the sun will be, very close to 26 degrees of Uranus, which is breakthrough energy. I mean, this is the sudden life changes, okay? This degree gives a real sense of mission, a sense of destiny, presided over by a guardian angel, domestic and home loving. One also takes a place in the world. Ability to develop skills with crafts and handwork of all kinds. He attracts the helps of others by inspiring confidence and showing consideration for their situation. Even though there is a sense of destiny, the native here is presented with sufficient challenge, which he meets admirably to attract the recognition and help to spur him on. That's what I'm saying. We're letting shit go. We're done. We're ready to go on our path that we feel we need to go. So bye to anyone or anything that's holding us back now. Here is to a beautiful balance of strenuous effort recognized and rewarded. There have been instances where hard work and devotion to an ideal were lost and seemingly lost under this influence. However, a job well done here is its own reward, even when it has not received the expected recognition. There may have been times when it was the world's loss rather than that of the individual putting forth the effort. Yeah, the world missing out. There will be a measure of recognition. However, if the native raises his expectations too high, he may be disappointed because what he expected was impossible to accomplish. But we can manifest these things, guys. We can get whatever we desire if you truly believe in your soul. Jupiter here could easily contribute to such inflated expectations. Uranus could also could result in a surprising turn in either direction. Magnetic healing ability. Okay? There is a breakthrough balance happening here, finally. Something is the tension of this full moon, this moon in Scorpio and the sun in Taurus and we're breaking through. If you want to break through, this is your time. Okay? I know this was long. Thank you for sticking with me. I love you all. Hopefully 10 of Cups. I wanted to say, look, you know what? This is where we're actually at. Surrender, okay? Surrender. That's all we can do. Frederick said hello, and he is sending you much strength in this time. I love you all.